Welcome to Port St. Lucie, and good evening. This is Professor Tefero for the Belt and Road Research Guide, and tonight we're going to look at Lesson 14, which is going to examine infrastructure on the three areas of the Belt and Road. Infrastructure is a very costly aspect of any initiative, and companies and countries have to consider the cost of infrastructure when they're considering doing a big deal with another company or another country. As to China's Belt and Road initiative, there are billions of dollars at stake for infrastructure. So let's look at the three main areas that they will be investing in. First is the maritime route, where they don't have to invest very much because they have the oceans, which are free, and the Suez Canal, which is a very minimal charge by Egypt for the entry into the Suez Canal and to leave the Suez Canal. But there are ports along the way, and the ports are also not too expensive for China to maintain. They save so much money on infrastructure on the maritime route that they were able to establish their first military post outside of China in Djibouti. This is a direct result of the savings of infrastructure costs involved with the Belt and Road. A lot of people don't realize that. But the money you save on infrastructure, you can put towards other things like military outposts. So, there's not much in the way of cost for infrastructure in the maritime route. However, things change drastically when we look at the southern overland route and the northern overland route. The southern overland route that goes through Central Asia has substantial infrastructure costs for bullet trains that may be leaving Xi'an or Beijing to take goods to Urumqi and then onward to Uzbekistan. The final destination there is Turkey. So there are good things and bad things about these infrastructure projects. The good thing is that it may involve the Muslim community of Urumqi and the Xinjiang area, which would alleviate some of the political problems that the CCP is facing in those areas. If the Muslim population of those areas has jobs and they're doing very well economically, there's a tendency for them to forget about their problems with the other aspects of the CCP. So we have the infrastructure course for Xi'an and Beijing to Urumqi and Urumqi to Central Asia. That will be substantial, but it will pale in comparison to the infrastructure course of the northern overland route. The northern overland route will go from Beijing to Siberia and from Siberia to Moscow. Now, this won't be very expensive for Beijing to connect to Siberia. What's going to be expensive is keeping the bullet trains going from Siberia to Moscow. There are significant weather problems in Siberia for many months of the year that are 50, 60 degrees below zero weather and 3 or 4 feet of snow. That's going to stop a lot of the bullet train operations. So, in the long run, it may be profitable. It will save time and money, which we are going to examine in our next lesson. But it will be initially very expensive for China. And the one thing that they really don't like about the northern route is they don't have a lot of control. Once the trains get to Russia, they're in Russian control for the whole trip through Siberia. So it's the least appealing of all the Belt and Road proposals by the CCP in Beijing. Next time, we're going to look at the cost of time and money for each of these areas and see which ones have the least amount of cost in time and the least amount of cost in money. Until then, this is Professor Tefero for the Belt and Road Research Guide, wishing you a happy night and stay healthy. Take care. Bye-bye.